Howdy Google Ads fans, and welcome back. We're going to begin talking about all the different bidding strategies that are available to us in Google Ads, give some concrete understanding of them, and let's just begin with an overview in our slides here. So all you can eat bidding strategies, you have some automated bidding strategies, and those include targeting search page location, which is what we're going to cover in this lecture, target CPA, which means you're asking Google to optimize for a certain cost per conversion, cost per acquisition, CPC, they don't use CPC, cost per conversion, because that's confusing with cost per click. And again, that what you're optimizing off of might be complicated because you might have a few different conversion actions in your account. So we'll talk about that when the time comes. Targeting return on ad spend, a specific return you want, and Google will optimize to get you there as long as you're tracking accurate conversion value in your account. Target outranking share, we'll talk about what that means. Maximize clicks, we sort of talked about that in the previous lecture, and we made it very clear that that's not such a great idea for us. Maximize conversions, that's a sort of the other side of the same poor coin of maximize clicks, because you're just letting Google optimize for conversions, but you don't have control or so much say in what those conversions cost, and that's important because of course we want to be profitable. And then you have some manual bidding strategies like manual CPC, which is great. You have a semi-autonomous bidding strategy, which is also great in certain cases, manual CPC with enhanced CPC enabled, or just enhanced CPC, they're the exact same thing, people get confused. So let's just go ahead and talk about one of the automated bidding strategies, targeting search page location. So the objective of this bidding strategy is to increase brand awareness by having your ad impressions be shown higher on the search engine results page. Increased click-through rate is also an objective for this bidding strategy. So if you're trying to increase your click-through rate, if that's a goal, and that might be a goal because you might want to increase your quality score, right? So this might be a bidding strategy that could work for short-term micro goals. That's another thing to keep in mind. While these bidding strategies might not be your ultimate goal, you might eventually want to either be on target CPA or manual CPC, and I'm basically telling you that I suggest that those are your end goals. You might want to use target search page location for a short amount of time to increase your click-through rate if you could increase your quality score, for example. How does this bidding strategy actually work? Google will try to take control over your keyword level bids and win you as many top of page bids or first page bids you decide. You decide if you want to be at the top of the first page or on the first page of their search engine results for your predetermined daily budgets for that one campaign. So again, Google hijacks your keyword level bids. You're no longer setting individual bids. You set a campaign bid, an ad group level bid, but you're not setting bids at the individual keyword level per auction. Google controls that. You just tell Google that you want to be at the top of the search page. So let's talk about a potential scenario where this might make sense. So say your company is running a brand awareness campaign, and I use that term brand awareness in a very specific context. A lot of people will say, oh, we have all this money for brand awareness. And I found that a lot of people will use that as a substitute for profit when their campaigns are failing. Brand awareness is only good insofar as you could tie some sort of eventual revenue to the money you're spending. That's what it all comes down to. Brand awareness is meaningless if it doesn't eventually generate revenue. All brand awareness means is that we have good reason to expect that the money we're spending on brand awareness will eventually earn us this amount of money. Okay, so say our company is running that brand awareness campaign, and again, the defining characteristics of a brand awareness campaign is that I'm not looking for linear conversions. I'm not expecting a click to turn into a conversion. I might be expecting clicks to generate newsletter signups, or I'm expecting a lot of traffic to come to our site, and people I know in 3 months or 6 months might make a buying decision based on the information they got earlier. That could be brand awareness. Or when a person ultimately decides to buy our product or sign up for a service, we're going to be top of mind. So we must be able to connect eventual profit, eventual revenue to any brand awareness advertising budget. But say we're running a brand awareness campaign and we're interested in brand lift, like I just mentioned, over clicks and conversions. Right now, we want to see more people talking about our brand because we think it's going to eventually make us money. You want to be seen and be recognized within a certain region. You may have lots of broad keywords, but want to always be visible to the user. These are a couple different reasons. These are all sort of different ways brand awareness strategy might play out. So that you might want to target search page location. You might want to always be visible. You want to, let's say, in New York or in a certain city, have a really, really strong push, and you're willing to potentially overspend what you would want to spend on a click if you're looking at a purely linear profit campaign, bottom of the funnel, but you know, or you have reason to assume based on sound data analysis and good strategy, that money will be profitable if I could increase brand awareness now. So that might be a good scenario for target search page location. In the next lecture, we'll talk about the bidding strategy target ROIS, return on ad spend, and how that might work in a scenario, why that might be effective. And again, remember that a bidding strategy like target search page location, while I would not use that as an end goal, I would not want to use that as a consistent bidding strategy in a campaign, it might have its place and time, and it is worth experimenting if you think it's something that can make sense for you. I just wanted to teach you exactly how it works and a couple different scenarios where it might be effective for you. I look forward to seeing you guys very soon in the very next lecture.